All right, everybody, we got something special for you today. The C-47A Skytrain, we are going to go up inside this, and we got a tour guide, and he's going to tell us some stories about it. And I'm going to look at the cockpit. We're going to look at everything in this. We're going to sit down, listen to what he has to say. And I hope you enjoy the video. Let's check out some stuff. Okay. Before we go in, he said under here, you see these? This was flown during D-Day. They would drop supplies. And also, there was a howitzer in some of these bags, like pieces of it, where they would, then the people on the ground would have to find all the bags and pieces to put it all together. So they have one of the howitzers over here. And this was called Turf and Sports Special. He said he's going to tell us all about why they called it that. Okay, let's check out the howitzer. Okay, here's the pieces. The M1A1 howitzer. 75 millimeter howitzer. So this right here, look at this. Here's what would happen. These are all in bags. I think he said like 6 of them. Then they had to put all these together because each bag would contain pieces to this bad boy. And he said, good luck finding all the pieces. But some people, they did use them, and a lot of pieces were left and never put together. So here is the howitzer. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be going in with the tour guide. So hope you enjoy. And I'm just going to leave. When I'm inside, I'm just going to leave it running and just listen to him talk. All right, everybody? Not going to edit nothing. So hopefully you enjoy this, and thanks for watching. And get ready.
All right, Dover. You've been here a lot, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
I bet you have. Yeah, you probably got 20 of those too, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, they do. So anyway, like I was saying, this aircraft flew in D-Day. We brought paratroopers over France. And after the war, two things about, don't touch anything, buddy, please. And don't run, that was the other thing. But anyhow, the Berlin airlift, she participated in that, as did a few thousand more aircraft. And they opened up corridors, 3 corridors for the aircraft to fly, because, you know, the Russians took over Germany and they split Berlin in half. Anyhow, after the war, she became property of the Air Force and continued flying up until 1962, when she was retired. And when she was retired, she went to Aberdeen proving grounds, and she wasn't used for target practice, but she was used practicing heavy lift for the Sikorsky Skytrain helicopter. And that's the airplane we're sitting in today.
Wow.
And that is Chesapeake Bay, and that's how we got her, with that cradle. They brought her over here and just dropped her down.
Oh, wow.
And, that was back in mid-late 80s, okay? This was the first aircraft that the museum received for restoration. If you're not aware, we have a full restoration team here, over 60 guys over there, and they do all the sheet metal, wiring, hydraulics, paint, you know, everything. But none of the aircraft they restored can fly again. They're just all static like this one. And it took them about 6 years to get this one looking the way she does today. So anyway, as chance would have it, we got this aircraft, all we knew was that she flew in D-Day. Well, there was a guy named Bing found out we had a C-47 here, and he showed up. He goes, "Holy crap, that was my airplane in the war."
Oh, man.
Yeah, what are the odds? He was a flight mechanic. Okay, his name was Bing. He named his aircraft. I'll show you his picture before I go on. There he is. He named his aircraft Turpin Sport Special. Now, he didn't name his plane after his mother, girlfriend, pin up like the B-17 over there. Now he named it after a horse racing magazine from back in the day. And I pick on him every time I come up here, and he's got me back once. I'm sitting here talking to you all, and I go to move, and I can't because my belt loop got hooked into that. You tell me how that happened, please. Anybody? You have a guess? So anyhow, I had to have one of y'all come over here and unhook me because I couldn't get to it. I blame it on him. Okay. But anyway, Bing, bless his heart, he kept a journal throughout the war. He wrote down everything. He gave us a complete history for this aircraft during the war. He knew it all. He filled in a lot of blanks. But anyway, we had actually Bing arranged that we had a gathering here back in '92 for D-Day participants. And these two fellows showed up. That's Joe and George. And they would come back on occasion, be dressed like that in their wartime garb.
Wow.
Now, when they got here, George walked up to one of the airplane, even though it was roped off, nobody was allowed in. He walked up in and had a seat right where you're at. And we're like, "What are you doing?" He said, "This was my airplane. I jumped from this seat in the war." I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow. That's...
And to prove it, he pulled out of his pocket a copy of the manifest from D-Day.
Wow, look
that he
at that.
happened to have with him. And, you know, we made a copy and kept it. The two asterisks that you see there, that's Joe and George. You see the date, June 5th, 1944. That's when they jumped.
Wow.
The landing was on the 6th, a day later. Anyhow, I'll show you a picture of Bing. I'll tell you something about the aircraft. When they took a hold in France, they could come and go as they pleased. One of the things they did was they would carry out litter patients, wounded, get them back to England for proper care. That's an example of litter right up there. The bags over my head and yours contain straps, drop down to the floor, they would hook them in and slide the litters in place. And as you can see from this picture, they could carry quite a few. So they're just one of the many things this airplane did during the war. Now here's a picture during the war. See the white patches? That's battle damage. Whenever she took a hit, they always just put a piece of tape over it and call it a day, because the aircraft was unpressurized. But you know, if there's a big hole, of course, they'd fix it. If you look over your shoulder, sir, you'll see two holes there from flak. And you see that they were riveted patch back in the day, but the holes were left there. So when they restored the aircraft, they left that damage there instead of fixing it. There's another patch in the floor right there. And above it, going through the roof, is where the bullet exited the aircraft. And somebody shot him from the ground and went right through the plane. Anyway, I already showed you this one. When we decided to take the aircraft, 3 other museums turned it down. They wanted nothing to do with it because it was just too much work. The reason they turned it down, that's what she looked like when we got her. I don't know about you, but I see beer cans. So, you know? But they went from that to this in 6 years. It's just a testament to what these restoration guys can do. Have you all been outside yet? Okay, that's all the stuff out there. You going to all the airplanes?
The ones that were open.
Okay, we're done here. I'll take you out to the ones that weren't open. The ones that you needed a tour guide for.
Right, right.
I'll take all you guys out if you want. So, but anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more story here. The pilot of this aircraft, his wife was going to be giving birth, and she mailed him a pair of baby boots. And you'll see them when you go up there into the cockpit on the pilot's side. Now, those aren't the originals, of course, but they're period specific. He kept them up there for good luck. Okay? Well, when Bing had one of his reunion with '92, the co-pilot from D-Day when this aircraft showed up, and he said, "Can I go in the cockpit?" Absolutely. He went up there and sat down and looked over, and he lost it. He just crying like a little girl. All the memories.
Wow.
Yeah, it was sad. Anyhow, what else? Oh yeah, the baby booties. They ended up having a little girl. That little girl showed up here one day to see her daddy's airplane.
Oh,
Now we're getting into the twilight zone, okay? So that's why there's a lot of stories about this airplane.
Wow.
I just fell on our lap, literally. Anyway, you got a look of like bewilderment or like, I'm not sure about all this. Anyway, you guys are welcome to go look at the cockpit. Don't touch. Radio operators on the right, a navigator on the left, and of course a pilot co-pilot.
Okay, I will not touch.
Okay, well, you know what happens if you do and I see you? I break fingers. Okay?
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. We'll tie your hands behind your back. You guys got any questions?
What are they used for
No,
navigation?
no. Hang on a second. Let me clarify that. Any questions I can answer?
Oh, that's a good one.
Big difference there, right? Yeah. No, what?
Well, I mean, obviously, since that's prior to GPS and stuff, what do they use for navigation?
Navigators, stars,
Just
land.
celestial, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm on
Charts and
top.
maps. I mean, it's just like in a submarine, you're in the middle of the ocean in the dark. They would just, they're plotting a course and we just use stopwatches.
Oh,
Were there
jeez.
radio beacons they could
Whatever speed they're running. I'm
home
sorry.
on? Any radio beacons to home on or anything?
Yeah, so in this they did. It was a early version of the forward air controllers that they have today. You'll see antenna on the side of the aircraft. Those are directional beacons.
Uh-huh.
And the pathfinders who jumped first were using those beacons to guide aircraft in.
Wow.
So the big airplanes, the KC-10, the C-5.
All right, where's the bullet holes you said? Ah, here we go.
One more time.
All right, here we go. The battle damage.
2 holes right there. And there's one more right here. So that's where the book.
Ah, okay, there's another one.
Point.
Oh, wow, look at
It
that.
actually works. Never thought that was not gonna work.
So would these be original?
Yes. They've all been restored. Of course, they're pretty good place.
What's this?
I'm sorry?
What's this?
That is a laboratory.
What is that?
Bathroom.
Oh, I guess I'll be away from that. Whoa! Okay, I never knew this had so much force. This thing has so much force.
What's that?
Okay, now let's go to the cockpit.
It's like hiring one of these things to walk fast. But I can't do that, so.
Okay, yeah, there's the baby boots. You heard the story, everybody. There's the baby boots. Look at the cockpit here. All right, everybody, there you go. Some stories, and let's head out.